Hey guys, great to be with you. It's Georgia and I'm sitting with a good friend of mine and my property investment coach, Robin Booth. And today we're talking about short-term rentals. I've had the privilege to journey with Robin now for the last year and a half. He's been an absolute gem when it comes to a resource in the property investment space for me. And one of the big things that we've been focusing on for the last year and a half has been short-term rentals. So today we want to spend some time talking about the short-term rental market. We want to talk about the course that Robin have for people that want to get into the short-term rental space. But so I just want to take this opportunity to talk to you about this. Robin, thanks for joining me today. It's great to be with you. We're actually sitting in a penthouse unit here in Bloberg Strand, and it's amazing to see the potential and how busy the short-term rental market is at the moment. But let's jump in, have a chat about what's going on at the moment in the market and how people can actually use this course for themselves to get the same results that we're seeing in our portfolios at the moment.
Yeah, George, great to be here with you and just to chat about short-term rentals. And of course, if you're at all interested in short-term rentals and making money and buying really lucrative properties, then Airbnb, Booking.com, all of those are really good strategies to look for and to invest in. And of course, we can touch base about that. We've worked together for over a year and a half. You've seen how these strategies work. We know that it works. We see investors opening up this asset class. And of course, we're in Cape Town. We know that there are thousands and thousands of units out there. There's such high supply. And of course, there's high demand because this is one of the best Airbnb cities in the world to both invest in from Airbnb, but also from the tourism perspective. So the fundamentals work. And of course, that's what we're talking about. When I first started investing 20 years ago, there was no ways that I could buy lucrative high-end properties in Cape Town and make them cash flow positive. But with Airbnb, that's exactly what I'm doing. And it's my favorite strategy at the moment. I have short-term rentals, as you know, here in Cape Town, as well as student housing, multi-let, development land, but nothing competes and outperforms better than the Airbnb short-term rental space. And George, we can look at the period of time since 10 years ago to today, and we've talked about the supply around the world of investors who are all shifting to short-term rentals. And more than at any time in that whole period of time, now you need to know the right skills, the right strategies, the right way to set it up, and of course the right way to dominate it. Otherwise you're going to be outcompeted and someone else is going to get your booking. And I'm so pleased to say that the information and just the fundamentals of short-term rentals are still the same as they were 5, 6, 7 years ago till today. And I see that. I see that I outcompete my competition, that I'm getting booked more than them. I'm earning more than them. Mm-hmm. And of course, this is what we're chatting about today. Yeah. And this is the same, not only that I can do, but we've seen yourself and everyone else who follows the strategies that I share and teach in my courses. They too are getting those results. And some of our colleagues have already amassed over 20 properties, ranging from villas in Camps Bay to Sea Point to around Cape Town. And they're using those fundamentals. Exactly. And it's just so exciting. And as I said, this is the time that you have to have that information. Otherwise, you'll just be average, and there's no ways that I'm satisfied with just being average. I want to be in that top 1%, and that's exactly what we're just opening up today.
100%. So a question I've got, Robin. So let's say someone that makes contact with us through our platforms, and they interested to start this journey like both of us have been on for years now. Where do they start? What do they start with? What do they need to do to get in and get this information from us?
Well, I'm actually saying they need to start with the end in mind, because if you're just going to go do this incrementally and wing it as you go along, you're just going to end up with a whole lot of the other frustrated investors out there that are saying, I know that this is lucrative, but I just don't know how to make it work. So we need to start with the end in mind, which is how to position and find the right properties, how to set them up from a furniture perspective, how to get the right photos, how to list it correctly, how to title, use words and the right adjectives and the catchphrases that trigger to get them, the guest wanting to book, how you set up your damage policies, and of course then how to automate the heck out of your listing, from how to automate your check-ins, how to automate even the cleaning process, all those things is what we have to have in mind even when we're starting. And this isn't just about starting. We've had people who've come to us with tens and tens of units. Actually, there are agents out there who are already hosting for other landlords, but they can see what we're doing and they're saying, can you please teach us? And I say to them, no, I'm not interested in sharing my knowledge with someone else who's just a co-host to someone else. But it's there, and that's the game changer, is how to have the end in mind and how we're going to scale this, automate it, put in place the right strategies right up front so we don't have to keep reinventing it. And that would be my recommendation, is that these courses are lifelong access. I keep updating them when things change. You can keep coming back to it, and it takes you from startup through to scaling. I still notice that some of my other clients who've got the course, and they've already done this for nearly in their 4th year, I see them still going back into the course just to keep tweaking.
Exactly.
So that we're always learning, always improving, and when the algorithms change, we update the course just to, if there's something different. But what's great about it is the fundamentals are the same, and once you've got that, you're going to reap the rewards. We cover startup strategy, how to start, how to get your bookings very quickly up front, how to price correctly, how to automate all those things, and that's just what makes a difference. So my recommendation is not just to think of how do I just take my first step, but it's how do I take my first step seriously, and that's the game changer.
Yeah, that's exactly it, guys. And we are, myself and in our portfolio, we're going through that process exactly like Robin just explained. We're going through we're listing a new listing within the next few weeks, and we literally went back to the information in the course, and it gives you a step-by-step guide how to go through that process. You can be someone that literally starting fresh, that's new, that have no listings, or like Robin say, someone that have a portfolio of 10 plus properties, but you want to optimize it. And that's what this course really gives you. It drills down into that detail and set you apart from the competition.
Yeah, George, we recorded it live. So it was one of my commitments. I said, okay, I don't want to just tell people a theory, but I'm actually going to show you. So I started a unit from scratch, recorded me listing it, putting it up, recorded the first damage that came in, how I got that money back from Airbnb. This whole process, I proved to everyone that it is possible and it can be done. And I think that is what's important. I'm not just a theoretical person. If I can do it, this is exactly like the downloading of all my insights and skills onto this course so that everyone else can do it as well. And I think that's what you're all needing, is to see this live. I go online, I look at my competition, I criticize them for what they could do better. So I hope they're not watching it so that they can see what they can do better. But this whole process is there to empower you so that you can actually take the right action and put the right steps in place and make it work.
And the key is, guys, we want to share information that we are implementing ourselves in our own portfolio, and information that we know that works. The results is there, and Robin shares that in the course. He actually takes us through examples and shows us the results, so that we're not just sharing information that is not practical and that we haven't seen in our own journey, in our own in portfolio. It actually works. We see the results, and then we want to share that and empower others to do exactly the same. So that's what this is about. We want to encourage you to do it. We're also available. We do coaching where where you do the course yourself. But then if you want an opportunity where we work with you face to face and hold your hand and take you through that process, we do that as well. So it is a full suite of services that we provide to assist you to go through that process and really get the same results that we are seeing in our own portfolio. So we want to encourage you on your journey. All the best, and we're really excited to work with you, taking you through the course and also doing the coaching with you. Thank you very much.